Hey everyone, it's Bizarre Individual, and today we're going to be doing the July manga haul. I had to film this, to be honest, several times. I didn't like anyone. I actually already uploaded this video, but I decided that I was going to redo it, so I keep restacking everything. I don't know, I just don't really feel much energy to really do anything, so I feel like my low energy is representing these manga volumes as I'm not excited for them, but I am very excited to get, new manga, and I'm really excited for these titles as well. So I feel also kind of bad that I'm not showing my excitement in my videos as I'm, really tired. I do now have my coffee, so if you hear me drinking that, then I do apologize in the background, but kind of funny. We're just going to kind of go on a rant. I decided to wait and remake this in the morning time, so I got like a couple hours of sleep, and now my dogs are up, so they're going to be wandering around. So just bear with me. This might be a lesser quality video than I already posted, but I think I'm going to try to just, I don't know. I feel better about it today. But anyways, also another reason why I don't really like this, I feel like I haven't really read any of these, so I can't really tell you about them. I am reading manga. I haven't had much time. I've only read 8 volumes of manga this month, which seems like nothing to everyone else, but I need to stop comparing myself to everyone else. I work, right now I'm employed at 4 different places, so I am always working. I'm also, this month, going out with friends. There's a lot of birthdays. I don't know, I just haven't had that much time, and my normal time for reading, I've been replacing with other things as I've been a lot busier, so I've been doing other things in place of reading to make up for the time that I'm missing, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been really busy, so I only got to read 8 volumes this month. So I felt kind of bad going through these and not really being able to express, except for saying, like, I'm excited to read this, which I am super excited to read this. So I do apologize for that. But anyways, I guess let's just jump in and go through this. I got Spirited Away on DVD. This was actually a gift. It was on sale, and they asked me if I wanted it, and I said absolutely, as my copy is very old. Excuse me one second, I'll take a drink. As my copy is very old, and I just wanted a newer copy, and since it was on sale, I'm still going to keep the old copy. I watch this movie about 2 to 3 times a year. Of course, the last few years I haven't watched it as much as I'm, getting more and more new anime movies in, but this is definitely in my top 5 anime films. Absolutely love it. Everyone knows what Spirited Away is. If you don't, my best explanation of it is the Japanese retelling of Alice in Wonderland. It is just whimsical, magical, charming in parts, scary in others. This movie would have terrified me if I watched it as a kid. But yeah, it's just kind of really, really charming and one of my favorites, and this is the only anime that I've got in this month. Starting off with the manga, this was a blind buy, but I kept seeing it on the shelves and I was like, no, I'm not going to start any new series. But then I wanted to collect some more magical series, so this is definitely one that I'm definitely going to make a video on how I'm collecting now, so stay tuned for that. But I'm going to definitely be reading this volume, and I think volume 2's out. Maybe get volume 2 and read those two together and see if I want to continue this. I don't unhaul my manga, like I should probably, but I'm also a manga collector, and I want shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves. And as of right now, I have pretty much as much space as I needed, as my roommate does not care if I clutter up the living room, and I still have plenty of space in my bedroom. So all I need is to make myself buy more shelves, because I'd much rather buy manga. But anyways, so I have as much space, and I'm really lucky and thankful for that. And if I move, I will probably move to a place with a lot of space. So I'm lucky for that. I'm lucky for, you know, being able to afford a bigger place, as, you know, I have so many jobs, like I said. But anyways, so that's not an issue for me. So I don't have to unhaul. So anyways, with that said, I'm started to be more careful with my money, or trying to be. So if I start a series and I want to continue it, I want to kind of at least read the first couple volumes if I'm not too sure about it. And this is one that I'm not sure if it will be one of my new favorites. Like, for example, I'm showing you Boys Run the Riot. That is going to be a 4-volume series, so I'm just going to wait for all 4 volumes to come out before I read it. And whether or not I like it, which I kind of know my taste, and I kind of know that I will really enjoy it, I still want to support that type of manga that's coming out. Not that I don't want to support magical girl manga, but I have more of a passion to support LGBTQ, especially in seinen, because that's just interesting and different to me. This is not what I'm used to, like Blue Flag. But anyways, so I'm gonna wait for that one to come completely out, and I kind of know my taste, so stuff that I'm not too sure about, I'm definitely going to stop reading. And I kind of have a section of ongoing series, and I'm gonna slowly kind of make that down to where if I find it on sale or cheap, the next volume, if I'm just liking it, then I'm going to get it. But if not, then I'm going to just put it in my incomplete section and not worry about it. But that's kind of how I'm going to be buying manga. Mariah, what is it? I know I've done this many times. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I don't know what you want. I already fed you, I already walked you. What is it? Want to come over here? Anyways, so yeah. Next up, Geeky Shoujo. I have, actually, let me quickly go grab it. I think I got this in last month's haul. I'm not 100% sure. It might be 2 months ago, but it's like they kind of divided it. I heard that this volume right here just continues this volume, so I don't know why they published it like this. Someone said it was because it was in on Instagram, I forgot who it was, said that it was because they published these 2 different parts in 2 different magazines in Japan. So if you know any information why they did that, let me know. But I'm excited to collect this. To my understanding of the premise of it, I heard that it was a all-girls boarding school, and the theater section, it was a big, it may not even be an all-girls school, it was all-girls drama, like, or stage type setting. I'm not 100% sure, but I heard that the girls, it's like an honor to play like the main male lead, and I just thought that that premise was very interesting and fascinating. And I like all the other like play type drama performances that are in manga, so I thought I would really enjoy this. I sadly haven't had a time to read this yet, even though it was on my TBR for last month, but I will definitely get to it in August for sure. And don't know how many volumes are in this. I think you can pre-order up to volume 4, but not 100% sure. Next up, do not ask me why I needed this Yuri from any other Yuri that's out. There's so much Yuri available that I do not have, as I am just now slowly getting into Yuri. I enjoyed the few Yuris that I've read, and there's more Yuris in the collection that I need to read, so I don't know why I'm buying more, but for some odd reason this one just caught my eye, and it's a 3-volume series by 7 Seas, and I don't know, it just looks historical and it looks really good. Maeve recommended it on her Instagram after I was already interested in it, so it just kind of made it stand out in my mind. And when I went to the bookstore, I kept kind of passing it because I'm just like, I have other years if I need to get through. Why I don't need to buy any more right now. And I broke down and I got it, but yeah, this looks really good. So I will be reading this very soon. I need to set aside like an hour a day to just read and set my clock and be like, I can't watch TV, I can't do anything else but read for an hour, even 30 minutes. I don't know. I need to get on a better reading schedule. Next series that I am excited to read, like I said, I'm gonna be saying this the whole entire video, is Keiju Girls Caramelized. I've heard nothing but wacky things about this. It's about a girl, if she gets turned on or like has a crush or falls in love. That's volume 1. Hold on, volume 2, volume 3, and volume 4. She turns into this like Godzilla looking monster. And this is by Yen Press. For some odd reason, I thought it was, when I ordered it off eBay because some of the volumes are kind of getting harder to find, and I believe it's going out of print. So I wanted to just get it all together in a lot, and I think I only paid like $10 over cover price for it, so it wasn't bad at all. I think it was free shipping. But anyways, I've heard nothing but good things about this. Pages and Panels read it, I believe Shay read it, Otaka Mike read it. A lot of big YouTubers that I follow have read this and they really enjoyed it. So I definitely wanted to snatch it up before it's gone. I have, which I haven't read that one either, but it's by 7 Seas, another mangaka by this, another title by this mangaka, and I am really excited to read it, and that's probably why I thought it was by 7 Seas, but yeah, so it's just gonna look kind of neat on my shelf. The company's mixing, I don't know, I'm weird. But anyways, next up, Don't Be Cruel Plus Volume 2. I was shocked to see this in my Barnes & Noble, as they carry hardly any Sublime titles. Like, they had one copy of Dig Fight Island. They might have one, like, volume 2 of another series, but they hardly ever carry any Sublime that comes out, which is very sad. Books A Million would carry a lot more. Not as much as I would like, because, you know, I want them all. But, yeah, but at least Books A Million had, like, you know, 7 different Sublime titles, and they would have, like, the most newest Sublime volume. So, when I saw this, I had to get it. I hear that Don't Be Cruel's ongoing. I don't really even remember how much I read of this series. I read it a couple times. This is definitely my guilty pleasure. But I got far into the series. I read it like chapter by chapter. So I am looking forward to continuing this series, and it's definitely a controversial how they meet, but I enjoy the smut all the same. So this is a series that makes me a hypocrite. Everything that I do not like in yaoi manga happens in this first part, and for some odd reason I really enjoy the series. But yeah, with that said, moving on. The God and the Fightless Messenger, just another BL from Tokyo Pop. They are putting out BLs like crazy. I cannot keep up. I really need to make a priority list and get all caught up with these. I have so many and think I'm missing like 6. So yeah, that's a thing. But and yeah, so I heard mixed things about this. Someone really enjoyed it, someone really didn't. Yeah, so it's really thick too. So next up is The Vampire and His Pleasant Companions. There we go. Volume 3. And I'm just continuing this. I thought Volume 3 would be I actually thought Volume 2 was the last one, and Volume 3 is not the last one. I believe that it's Volume 5 is up for pre-order. Volume 4 might be the last one. I don't know. Never get your information from me. I try to find out stuff just so I can know how long a series is, and I always mess up. But anyways, so this is obviously a BL manga about vampires. Like I've said before, it is quite interesting to me as I am addicted to every single vampire teen drama known to man. And I always end up shipping the guys, as in a lot of those, there's only one vampire that's bisexual that might share a kiss in the whole entire thing as like bait to get you in with another male vampire, male human, and that's pretty much all that they show. They might have like a gay character, but the two main vampires in vampire teen shows, I always ship them together, but they're never actually together, or they're brothers. But anyways, so this inside my, this is my way of not having to ship, because they are already doing these things that I'm shipping in my mind. So yeah, so this is very interesting and fun, and I cannot wait to get all of them and just binge them. And this is by Yen Press. Next up, another BL by Yen Press, I Cannot Reach You. I am just going to stay up to date with these. I think Volume 3 is about to come out. They're actually releasing these quite fast. So, yeah, it's just a high school romance. I think it's about two friends, don't know much about it. So, yeah. This one I went to the bookstore to look for and I couldn't find it, so I had to wait a couple weeks after it was released for them to stock it. This one, I'm not sure if it's a BL, it's by Yen Press. This one is by the same mangaka that does 10 Count, which is one of my favorite BL titles, and I was kind of nervous to pick this up as on Right Stuff, they don't even have an option to get the rest of the volumes. It's like, on Right Stuff, even if the volumes aren't available, they either say out of stock or they say no longer available. So they're still there. So I don't know why Right Stuff decided to not sell the rest of these volumes. Not really sure, so I didn't know that it existed, because there for a while it was Right Stuff for me, until like everything, you know, happened like out of stock. So then I had to start shopping on Amazon, and I always have I have like two browsers up, and I go back from Amazon to Right Stuff, and then sometimes I look to see if I can get it used for cheaper, but if it's for like the same price with shipping, then I always, you know, and then the volumes that I can't get that on in stock at either one, I go and look for the cheapest price, you know, other places. So I actually have about 3 browsers up when I'm shopping for manga online. But this month I didn't really get much online. I mostly went to the bookstore, which I need to stop doing because there's a list and I need to stick to it. But anyways, with that said, I was trying to, I'm going to say this a little bit later. Was trying to support the local bookstores as a lot of them are going out of business. So, with that said, that's one of the reasons why I picked up this, and I think I'm going to see if I can order the other volumes for this. I think there's 4 volumes in total. Not sure if it went on a hiatus or not, but I think there's 4 volumes to this, and I don't really know much about it. I don't know if it's a BL. I know it's made by other. I know that the mangaka makes other BLs. I don't know if the other volumes are available. I know that they're available to order, but a lot of times what bookstores will do is I don't feel like they understand like out of print, as other places will say that it's out of print. They really kind of don't know because they look at their warehouse all over the country. So to my understanding, it can, and they try to find it in, you know, stores or the warehouse, like all the warehouses all over. So just because it says that it's available on their site doesn't mean that it's available on their site. And they might put it on back order, which has happened to me, and then they eventually cancel it when they realize that it's out of print and they can't ship it to you, which takes quite a long time. But with that said, not bashing bookstores, because a lot of times things that are out of print everywhere, I can find them on the bookstore website and they eventually come to me, because, you know, they might have like a hidden volume somewhere. So that's like my last resort backup. I first look on Right Stuff Amazon, kind of fill in the gap, you know, fill in all the volumes that I can. Then I go look for like used cheaper. And then if I can't find the volume like in the gap, then I go to the bookstores and order from there. And it's kind of just a wild toss up if I get it or not. But anyways, with that said, I am glad to add this finally to my collection. I thought that there was only going to ever be volume 1, but now I'm finding out that there's more volumes out there existing somewhere. At least I see pictures of them. I've never seen them, you know, in physical form, so we're not 100% sure they exist, but the covers are online some places, so there you go. But yeah, interesting one. Next up is Platinum End, Volume 11. I know everyone talks about these covers. This series gets a lot of hate. Volume 12. And, wow, Volume 13. I don't know, just the premise of this just sounds freaking amazing to me. I decided that I wanted to catch up and collect it, and I went to the used bookstore and they had them all for $6. So I had 1 through 3 for $5, and then 4 through 10 I got for $6. They were literally sitting on the shelf as I told people that I wanted to like get into it. I was like, hey, I think I'm going to start collecting Platinum End. And yeah, so the 14th, this one I feel like I collected at the perfect time. I'm glad that I found those used volumes to get it a little bit cheaper, and of course they're in perfect condition. And then the later volumes I'm now getting, you know, in the store, so I wanted to get up to date. There's only 1 more left, and I'm just going to binge through it. This is definitely going to be on my TBR once the 14th volume comes out. Just the premise, it's a supernatural, I think it's psychological. It's about guards and, you know, angels and death, and I believe it's about the apocalypse. I absolutely loved Death Note. Low key, I know that also gets a lot of hate, but I absolutely love Death Note. It's so good, so psychological. One of my favorite mangas. But yeah, so I'm really intrigued about this one. There was like hype when it came out, and then everyone said it wasn't that good. And this one's been going on for a while. I guess I'm just not used to staying up with like series as they come out. This one's been going on for years. I normally wait until the series is going out of print, and then I get it. And when it's hard to find. But anyways, so this one's been an interesting one for me. I've been had the first 3 volumes for quite some time, and I'm glad I got all caught up, and I'm just really excited about this one. So, like I said, didn't have time to read much this month, but I'm just really excited. And I looked up when the the 14th volume came out, but I already forgot. But whenever it does, I am snatching it from the bookstore and just binging it. So yeah, I might actually, what I might do is, I know that this is going to be in the bookstore. So I might, when the week before it comes out, I might start reading it, so that way I can just go get it at the bookstore and sit down and read it with a cup of coffee. So that might be fine. So probably won't do that plan, but it's a good plan. But anyways, just beautiful covers, and I love the glossiness. Continuing with Viz, this is another interesting one. Volume 17, volume 18, and the final volume, volume 19. The reason why I don't have this complete is because I bought a bundle of Fright stuff a year ago, and they are still in the process of filling it. I'm just waiting for them to cancel it anytime now. I called and they said that they're still trying to piece together those 4 volumes, so there is still hope, but not much. I kind of just waited on this series as I buddy read this with Elias, Danny D, and Just a Freak, and this is just a really hard one. I don't recommend it. I definitely want to know what happens next. I got up to volume 9 and I couldn't handle it anymore. It was just so depressing and trigger warning central, and yeah, so just a lot to handle. So I took a break, and now it's out of print and out of stock. And I don't know, it didn't seem like that long ago when they reprinted this, but I appreciate you, Viz, for reprinting an older title. I hope I see more reprints of older titles in the future. I know everyone's bugging them about that, but I am thankful that they did reprint this. It was my fault for sitting on it, and I just was like, oh, well, I have that pre-ordered, it will come in when they get it back in stock, and then now it's just kind of gone. And I was actually in the bookstore, and they randomly had these volumes, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to rebuy them, and if I get them, then I'm going to just sell my doubles, like in a lot, because I have I think 2 volumes of volume 7 or something like that. Just sell all the 4 volumes together in a lot. But yeah, anyways, then I also went to the bookstore and I ordered volume 16 again, just in case that Right Stuff order didn't come in, and they put it on back order, which means that they can't find it in their warehouse, which kind of is scary. So I may never get this series completed. I'm just missing volume 16, and but yeah, it is what it is. And what's funny is that I have 16 ordered 2 different times, and it still may never get here, and I may never have an extra copy of 17 to 19, but at least I have these in my collection now, and worst comes to worst, I'll order 16 digitally if I don't have it in a couple years when I feel like rereading it. I might just start from volume 9 and continue and kind of read what happens before, because I don't think I ever want to read this first part ever again in my life. Yeah, it's a mess. But anyways, next up, just keeping up to date with this one. I know I'm going to really enjoy it. I am obsessed with Sherlock Holmes, and I hear that this is like his rival. More Turi the Patriot, Volume 4, and yeah, can't say much about this, except I had to go to 3 different bookstores 4 different times to find this, and it was the only copy, so I'm not really sure why they're not stocking this, or if people just like buying them all and selling them online for more. I'm not really sure. But Laughing Under the Clouds Volume 3, I did not have Volume 2, as I went to the bookstore, and I went to many bookstores many times, and I could only find 1 copy of Volume 2 on the shelf, and I didn't get it because it was like, I think it actually was like a day. I keep saying in my other times, it was 3 days till payday. I think I actually went like the day before to see what I was going to get. and I went back the next day and it was gone. So, and they never restocked it, and then I've been looking for it, and the lady at Barnes & Noble said that they did a restock, so then I went and I saw volume 3, so I just snatched it when I could, because it was the only volume there, so I'm just like, why? So, there's not much hope that this series is going to stay in the bookstore, so I will have to order it online. Like I said before, I'm just really trying to support my local bookstore for new releases, but it's getting to that point that all my new volumes, is that a gunshot? I don't know. Anyways, the new volumes are getting to the point where in store they're not putting the new releases, which I understand. If it's not like a hyped popular series, after a while they're not going to make that much money off that title. But it is just kind of frustrating that, like, I feel like it's like the 4-volume curse. Like, once a series reaches 4 volumes and it's not hype, like big, like a shonen one, then they're not going to continue it, which is kind of sad. I could always order it online, but like I said, I'm really trying to support them, as many of them are going out of business, and it's just very sad. And so the only one that's closest to me is still in business, even though that their selection is annoying, to be honest with you. I'm still trying to support them to make sure that they do stay in business, and the other one is about 30 minutes away, so it's not too far, but I need to make out a schedule when I actually go to that one. It needs to be like maybe once a month or once every other month or something like that, and take my list with me before I order it offline to make sure that I'm supporting them. I really need to get my manga buying schedule together. But anyways, yeah. Which is going to be another video. Like I said, boys are in the riot. These covers are just beautiful. I saw the last 2 covers. It's going to be a 4-volume series. I definitely want to support the LGBTQ, any works that come to the States. I missed out on some of them because they're just out of stock everywhere. But I'm really trying to stay on top of it. This is a series that I know I'm going to absolutely love, and it's going to mean a lot to me, so I definitely want to finish it, all 4 volumes, and just binge it one day and probably cry. But yeah. Yeah, and if you didn't notice, for some odd reason I organized these instead of like I normally organize them. They're actually all new. That's the first. I don't have, okay, never mind, I take that back. The ones that I bought on eBay are used, but most of these are new. Wow, interesting. It's normally like half and half, but I banned myself from going to the used bookstore as I spent too much money. So I'm not allowed to go there anymore, so that's probably why I didn't get much used manga. So anyways, I organized it into like smaller stack right here, like my smaller trim manga, then my large size trim manga. Don't know why, it just looked good in my head. But anyways, so Ten Dance. This is another one that kind of frustrated me about the bookstore. I know I keep talking about that. So volumes 2 and volume 3. I guess it's time to kind of exit being sold at the bookstore, as this used to always be in stock. There used to be multiple volumes of Ten Dance in the bookstore, so I always kind of put it off buying. I always seem to put off the large trim BL manga for some reason. There's another series that I'm interested in that I have the first 2 volumes of. It's on volume 10 now, and I just put it off for some reason. But anyways, this one I put off, and now I can't find volumes 4 or 5 in stores when they used to be fully stocked. So it's just interesting how bookstores keep things in stock and not in stock, and I wonder what their madness is, and what they, I guess has to do with sales or something. But then they bring older manga in, and I've seen not one single volume sold of it. I don't know. I wish that they would just hire me at every bookstore around to just do the manga section and order everything, because that would be fun and fantastic. And don't worry, I wouldn't just get the stuff that I'm interested in. I would please everyone. and I would try to keep all those other volumes either in stock on the shelves or make like a note somehow, like maybe have like a note section in it to say, hey, trying to get this volume. I don't know what I would do, but yeah, I don't know. I would definitely try to keep up better, as like the bookstore that went out of business, I said, had 6 rows of manga and it was beautiful, and they made a bigger selection and they tried to stay up to date and it was fantastic. But anyways, and they had like all the new volumes that come out. They always had the new release like that week as it comes out, and it was just wonderful. But anyways, so 10 Dance, I put this off and now it just looks fantastic. I have volume 1, so I definitely will be reading this soon. It is high on my priority list, as just look at the artwork. Fantastic. Next up, it's out of order for some reason, but volumes 1 through 10 complete of Happiness. I am a big fan of Flowers of Evil and just kind of put off buying his other works, as I thought that these would never go out of print, but finding all 10 volumes of this series was a nightmare. I had to go to 4 different places to get this series, try to find the best deal. 3 of them were almost impossible to find, volumes 1, 5, and 8, so I don't know. I don't know if it's just what's going on in the world that these are not being reprinted yet, or if they're just out of print entirely. But most of these I got on Amazon. A few of them that weren't on Amazon I got on Right Stuff. Then I got volume 1 off Mercari for would-be retail, but it paid a little bit more for shipping. Then so it made it like 20, I think it was like $20, which was kind of annoying. And then I paid way over cover price for volume 5, which was super annoying. And then volume 8 was over cover price as well. But I have the whole series now. I am not going to wait on any of his other titles, as I'm scared they're going to go out of print. And I want to have a huge shelf of him. I just love how he does human emotion, and love his art style, and love how everything is so psychological. And I heard that I'm in for a treat with this one. Sorry if any of those were out of order. But yeah, I'm really excited to read Happiness. It is his spin on vampires. So yeah, I'm looking forward to buddy reading this with Doth Pen. It's going to be a reread for him, but yeah, I'm just really glad that I actually was able to find all these volumes, even though it was kind of a struggle. But next I'm getting Inside Mari. Going to at least start it in August, and then I'm going to probably finish it the next month, and then start getting Blood on the Tracks if I can find those, because everyone is buying those like crazy. And then he has a lot of other work. I wonder like what order he published his work in Japanese. Give me a second to get a drink. But I wonder like what order like he did his work, and if it's, I don't think it's coming out like that, and and I wonder why they pushed Flowers of Evil over his other work to come out over in the West. But yeah, I don't know, just interesting. But yeah, so next is Saiuki. This is a double buy. I already have this part in my collection, but I'm buying the remastered edition of Saiuki in hopes that we get the second part in English that was never finished in English, and maybe passed. I don't know if this sold as well. I am grateful that they completed at least the first part, as they are beautiful. I do wish that this one has an extra volume in it. Let me see. So I think it was a 9-volume series, so they put 3 in this one, which I really wish that they would just do a extra hardcover, so it's just 2-in-1s, and then this one, then the last volume 9 was a just like a 1-volume hardcover. That would be, I don't know, just I feel like would look nicer. But I mean, I can't really complain. I'm just really thankful that they republished it and more people can enjoy it, as this is one of my favorite series. I love the art. This guy right here is Best Boy. Fight me, Dylan. But anyways, I love the anime. The anime has like, what, 7 seasons out in the US or in English, sorry. And then there's so much more in Japan, and there's OVAs, movies. The manga keeps going as well, but I'm just so like, I just love this. It's just, I love those journeys, like the Slayers. It really reminds me of that, like that nostalgia of watching an anime that goes on forever, and they're just going on a journey, and you don't really ever know if they're going to accomplish that journey, and it's just so much fun to just sit back and just enjoy all their little adventures along the way. But yeah, I do like the manga more than the anime. The anime I absolutely love, but the manga just doesn't have filler in it, as it's shorter. But yeah, so anyways, could be wrong, but I do believe that these are out of print, so I would go get your hands on them immediately. These are beautiful editions of Rose of the Vasalis. This is a old shoujo slash josei title. It is just freaking beautiful art, and I love that they republished this. I don't know much about this, except I waited to get all 5 volumes. I don't know how many volumes there are in Japanese. I think these are 2-in-1s. I'm not sure, but I believe that there might have been 7. I'm not sure, but anyways, because that manga kid, they said that when they were reading it, they were confused going from volume to volume and waiting, and they forgot a lot, so they wanted to wait until it was complete before they sat down and read it all together. So yeah, so I decided to do the same. Just, I don't know, these are just stunning. Like I said, I know nothing about it. I just knew that it was important, and I wanted it in my collection, and I had volume 1 forever, and some odd reason, I don't think I have anything by this company. Udon. But I had volume 1 forever, and I was going to stay up to date with it, and then, you know, I got laid off, and then, you know, I just kind of, I'm really bad about buying hardcovers for some reason, as I said, and I need to stop because there's just so many good hardcovers. One, most hardcovers are definitely worth the price. Most hardcovers are like $20 something, and there's 2 volumes in most hardcovers. And then just to pay for the hardcover itself is an experience. These were a bit pricier. Like, let me see, this one retailed for $38.99 plus tax, but I get tax off if you're a member. So and then I'm sure you could order these online for a little bit cheaper, at least you could, but like I said, they're out of stock and right stuff. This one on Amazon, it's still on Amazon, but I had to pay $10 more than cover price for it, as Amazon's not selling it, and it's by a different supplier. So I would, it's a little dinged, but that's fine. I can't wait to display these on my shelf together, and it's complete now, and I have it, and it's just gorgeous, and I'm glad to put this section of like shoujo, old shoujo history into my collection. Yeah, I just can't wait to read this, as I'm probably going to put it off, as I have so much other stuff that, like, I'm excited to read this just as much as other stuff, but this one for some odd reason intimidates me for some reason. So I have a feeling I'm going to read the other stuff that I'm just excited about reading that doesn't intimidate me. Don't ask me why. Like, I know that doesn't make sense, but that's the thing. And those are just beautiful. But anyways, and lastly, Give me 1 second. I actually made it really good today. I didn't make it too sweet. I didn't make it too bitter. But anyways, I'm really weird. Do you guys do this where you like, I don't want to waste coffee, and so like, of course, like if it's like 3 days old, I'll pour it out, but it never lasts that long. But I'll just like, even if it gets cold, like in the coffee pot, I'll just reheat it in the microwave. I know that might sound really gross to some people, but like, it tastes the same to me, and I'm not gonna waste it. And I normally like drink it in like a day and a half, the whole entire pot. Like, so, you know, but yeah, so anyway, so this is a tangent, but a while ago I was over at a friend's house, and I had a cup of coffee, and you know, I was just sipping on it, enjoying it, and I would set it down, and my friend's mom would pour it out, and I'm just like, what? So I didn't really say anything, and then, you know, I'd get another cup, pour it out again, and I like mentioned, I was like, hey, like, you know, like, what's happening with my coffee? And she's like, oh, it got cold, so I poured it out. So I don't know, that's just wasteful. Like, just drink it cold or heat it up. Like, I don't get it, guys. I just don't get it. I guess it's like an old-fashioned thing, maybe, like your coffee has to be fresh and hot. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It still tastes the same to me. It's still amazing. It still gets the job done. Like, it still wakes you up. Like, I don't know. Anyways, back to manga. So Tokyo Fashion, a comic book. This was, I just had to get it. There's no reason. It's just something unique that I haven't seen. It is by Viz. I think it just came out, but like, I don't see stuff like this in people's collections, and I wanted it in mine. As I can't really use it, as I don't dress as a woman full time, like, I definitely want to incorporate that more into what I do more often. But as I spend all my money on manga, I don't really, not that that would be a hobby for me, but I guess shopping for clothes is a hobby, so I guess it would be a hobby. But anyways, I can't really, like, this doesn't really apply to me now, but it does have a section in the back for guys, and it's literally like at the very end, which I completely understand because this is aimed towards women, but it's Tokyo Fashion, so I definitely found some other like actual magazines that were Tokyo Fashion for men that I used to have, and I actually think I accidentally got rid of them over my moves, or I cut them up and I hung them up on walls of places that I didn't stay for long, when I was like anywhere from 12 to 19, stuff like that. So I would be interested in maybe ordering some Tokyo Fashion magazines that have like more for geared to what I can wear, even though it was really kind of unisex in a way. Like, I want to get different color contacts to match your outfit, and different wigs and hair extensions and studs, and I don't know what the style is now because these magazines are 2 decades old. So but yeah, I don't know, I just think that the way that they dress is beautiful, and it does have some interesting tips. It's like a 4 coma on one side, and then it's like the full body of explaining it on the other, so that was kind of neat. Just skimming through it, I will definitely go back and actually read the articles in it and stuff, but it said like you don't need more than 3 pairs of shoes, which recently I've gotten, over the last 4 or 5 years since I started the channel, I've gotten rid of, like, I don't hoard my clothes like I used to, but you kind of really don't, unless it's like I need 1 pair of shoes to wear to work because I get them super dirty, and then I have, you know, like my casual wear, And then I have my sneakers if I do ever decide to work out. Then I have my more dressy casual shoe, and then I have 2 dress shoes because you need brown and you need black. But so like I do kind of agree that you only need 3 pairs of shoes. I guess it's just like your work life and stuff like that. But anyways, I just really wanted this in my collection. I'm putting it with the next 3 titles underneath my like biography, true life, teaching / section. So yeah, really interesting. Really glad to add this to my collection. What the font? This teaches you different types of fonts, which I just found this fascinating. I've been wanting this for a while, and since I bought so much manga from the bookstore, I saw it and I was like, I need this in my collection. It's by 7 Seas, and I don't know. It's a manga guide to Western typeface. I just love learning through manga, and this is actually a manga teaching you about fonts, so I had to pick it up. Lastly, this is my only graphic novel / in manga style. I haven't heard anything about this company before, but I looked them up and they have some wild graphic novels that are really like in like manga type. Like a lot of graphic novels in the West aren't as bizarre or wild, or they're just superhero. So this company kind of reminds me a lot of like Image. Don't know why they're not bigger, because some of them looked freaking awesome, and I will have to try to order them. I think most of them are digital, but I need to look more into that and maybe get like 1 a month or something. But this one is going to be very difficult to talk about, as this is the only one that I actually read this month, because this one I knew that it was really important to read. Banned book club. I'm not going to get really into this. Right here, watch my reading wrap up. Whenever I do it, I might combine 2 months since I only read 8 volumes this month. But yeah, this one I highly recommend. Give it 5 stars. I have a feeling that as I'm reading this, I'm going to reread this. I'm going to learn something new every single time. This made me look up what was going on throughout. I googled some stuff. I researched some stuff. I guess I'll just tell you what it's about. It's about this chick named, let's see, Kim Young-suk, and she works for her parents in this steakhouse, which selling steaks in Korea isn't or wasn't a big thing. And it was her dad's dream to open up a steakhouse, and so he did, and they kind of lost a whole bunch of business after the popularity kind of died off, so they're kind of struggling to survive. And I don't know, and she decides that she wants to go to school, and her mom's against it, as school's kind of dangerous with all the protests that are going on. The Korean government wants control over them, so they have a lot of riots against the government, and the government does really horrible things. Pretty much like, I'm not going to get into it. I really want to talk about it now, but I'm going to wait. Like I said, wait, Michael, wait. Anyways, so yeah. So she joins this banned book club by accident. She just loves to read and she loves to learn. So she joins this club, and it turns out that they read banned books. So at first she's like, absolutely not. These are banned. Like, why would I read these? And then she realizes the importance of learning knowledge that is they're trying to take away from you is important. And these poor people are tortured and raped and beaten up, and it's just, Mariah, I'm almost done, I promise. Are you coming to join me? Okay. Aw. Anyways, it was just a very, very hard read, but it's a very important read. And what's crazy is that this actually happened during my life. Like, as you're reading these awful things, you don't think like, oh, this is actually happening around you in different countries, and it just makes you appreciate the freedoms that you have, or at least have when you are in the United States. I don't know the laws in other places, but I know in some places it's not as good at all in any shape or form, and some places are getting better. I'm sure some places are, it's just really eye-opening. I know that everywhere has problems, but I'm grateful for my freedom to watch whatever I want to watch and not get arrested, as long as I don't bootleg anything. And anyways, it's really hard, and I really feel like this book is very important to read, and it's very eye-opening and very sad, and they did a very good job, and this is a true story. They obviously said in the back that they changed some names to not get people in trouble, and stuff like that, but I'm really glad that I'm really glad that I read this book. And yeah, I can't wait to discuss it more in my wrap-up. But if you read this, let me know down in the comments if you actually read any of these. And yeah. So I decided to include my Funko Pops in here, as I've just done a Funko Pop haul. And these finally came, but I thought that manga fans would appreciate these. Let me see if I can get the glare off. These Fruits Baskets, these are the main ones, the main 4, and then I have 2 exclusives, and I'm missing his other exclusive, and as of right now, that's the only one I'm missing, but I can't find it, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm not really collecting Funko Pops, but I really wanted these bad. But yeah, Fruits Basket is just one of my favorites. Can't wait to unbox these and put these right next to my Fruits Basket manga. I actually left room on that shelf. Kyo Best Boy. Okay, it still shows those. I was hoping it would show the other ones, but this one comes with a cat. It is I guess just a special edition. But yeah, okay, I guess he's wearing his school uniform in the other one, and then this one he's wearing his everyday gear. He has his bracelet on. I actually cosplayed as him once, a long time ago. I actually cosplayed him and I wore it to school, so. Then I guess, is this his everyday outfit? Still looks kind of, I don't know, don't remember. Okay, this is a special series. Cannot read because I don't have my glasses, but this is something in small print. But yeah. I'm just really happy to have these. And anyways, thank you so much for watching this haul. I feel like this video, even though it's an hour long, went a lot better than my other attempts. But anyways, I'm going to end it here, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in next video. Let's chat down in the comments.